Hi there, this is Aaron with Access Property Management. This blog is going to discuss different market factors which affect rental rates. So there are of course broader factors than what you see here that affect rental rates. Probably the largest one is the general real estate cycle. We're not going to discuss that in this blog, but that is important to keep in mind as rents will go up and down kind of depending on what the real estate cycle is doing and where it's at. We are going to talk about these items today and how they affect rental rates in a given market. So while these aren't listed necessarily in order from greatest to least or anything else, location is number one, and anyone who's been in real estate knows that location phrase that they've all heard. It does apply here. Location is going to determine your baseline rents. It's going to determine what your tenants expect in a rental property in that market, and it's going to determine the target market. So if you're targeting a student type rental property, for example, you're going to look for a location probably close to a university or some other school that requires student housing. So these factors are going to help determine what the rental rates are for these other items on the board. Number of beds and baths. So we're talking here about a 1-bedroom, a 2-bedroom, a 3-bedroom, a 4-bedroom, and so on. In general, a 1-bedroom is going to lease for less than a 2-bedroom, a 2-bedroom will lease for less than a 3-bedroom, and so on and so forth. That much makes sense. Number of bathrooms can have an impact. Most of the markets that we serve will see a rental increase of anywhere from $50 to $100 a month for an extra bathroom, as an example. So for each bedroom size on a rental property, there's going to be a range of acceptable rents for that market. And it's important that you know what those are and do your research to understand what those are and to know where any particular property may fall based on its location for that bedroom size. The appliances and amenities offered in the property, again, this is something that you're going to have to look at the market and say, okay, what is standard in this market? What do tenants who rent in this market expect to see as far as appliances and amenities included in the rent? If you have a property that has all the amenities and all the appliances that one would expect, you're probably going to be able to charge a little bit higher rent, the higher end of the spectrum for, say, the 3-bedroom apartment. On the same hand, if your property does not have the expected amenities or appliances offered in your rental, that could hurt it. And you may be charging less or receiving less ultimately when you do sign a lease because you don't have those baseline requirements for that rental property. So keeping amenities in mind and understanding what tenants expect when they come into a property is very important. Allowing pets. This is another way to decrease your days on market and also get a little bit of an increase in your rent in most cases by charging a monthly pet fee. There's estimates. There's a lot of different estimates on how many renters have pets. I've seen them as high as 65%. Usually it's somewhere around 50%. So right off the bat, if you don't allow pets, you've cut your tenant prospect pool in half or worse. So allowing pets is going to open up that pool, hopefully decrease your days on market, and it's probably going to give you a little bit of a bump in your monthly rent. The last item on here is condition and curb appeal. Again, if you have a better looking property, it's probably going to lease more quickly and for a higher rate, or you may get your market rate. It may not be a higher one, but you might get the expected market rate than a property that is neglected or just not being maintained. If you have a property that looks great on the inside, but the yard looks terrible from the street, you're not going to get people in to see that beautiful unit. And again, it's going to hurt you. So condition and curb appeal is very important. It's all about expectations. So if a tenant, again, expects a certain rent in a location, they're expecting certain appliances and amenities in this location, and just where you are fits their needs. These are all things that affect your rental rate overall. If you have any questions about rental rates, how to figure a rental rate, or if you need a rental comparison for a property, fill out our contact form and we will be happy to get that over to you. Thanks for watching.